I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Eileen Wills is suing Dorothy Null in the amount of $1,378. Ms. Wills claims she left her children home alone for a few minutes and says while she was gone, her meddling neighbor broke down her door to check on them.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated. Both litigants have been sworn in.
Thank you, sir. State your name, ma'am.
Hello, my name's Eileen Wills.
State your name.
Dorothy Null.
All right. Start with you. What's going on? How do you all know each other? What has your relationship been like?
So Dorothy is my next door neighbor, and she seems to always kind of have it out for me and my kids and complain about almost everything, like noise complaints the first.
How long have you all been neighbors?
About a year and a half.
Okay, and how long after moving in did the complaints start?
Probably about a year, so about 6 months
so
ago.
you and your family had a year, they had a year of good behavior, ma'am?
Not even.
Wasn't even a year.
No,
You
sir.
said you had a year of good behavior, and then she started complaining. Why?
I don't know, it just seems like maybe she had seen us being happy and doing our things in our life and just kind of jealous that maybe I have kids.
Your face is kind of turned up over there. she mad and unhappy, is that what you're saying?
It feels that way, yes.
Give me some background on your association with your neighbor.
She moved in with her daughter and 2 sons. They're all young.
You been taking Percocet?
No, sir.
You got your eyes closed, you're rocking a little
she
bit.
just makes me feel...
Your face was all whatever.
No, sir. She just makes it sound kind of petty. But everything is very neglected at her house. Everything, the yard is neglected. Her children are neglected.
The yard or the children or both?
Both, sir.
What do you
Everything.
mean by her? Tell me, you talking about this woman's kids and how they look.
Dirty.
Describe. Wow, how? What do you see that give you the impression that they're dirty?
Dirt on
What's
their
the
faces, under their nails. Their clothes are dirty and not fitting.
How old are they?
8 and 6.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about my mama, huh?
I'm sorry?
You're talking about my mama. When I was 6 and
No,
I was
sir.
8, I played outside in the dirt like all children do. What do you expect from a 6 to 8-year-old? But the property, the way it's kept or unkept, if you will, is a real issue that you may have. Describe that.
The yard is always unkept, never cut. There's toys everywhere. The swimming pool last summer was left out with water standing for weeks.
She a single mother? You a single mother, ma'am?
I am.
How many
Yes.
children?
I have 3, actually.
Okay, my mother was a single mother with 4 boys in the toughest housing projects in Detroit. So yeah, we got dirt, a lot of dirt on us in a lot of different ways. And I can't tell you about how the yard was kept, because that was the projects. Yeah, we didn't have no yards. So I don't know about a yard either. All right, and tell me why you're suing her. You can't just sue her for talking about you being nasty.
So I'm suing her because she broke into my house and broke my door down.
See there? Around here breaking in people's houses.
My front door.
Not for no
My
good
brothers
reason, Your
them
Honor.
did that in the projects.
It wasn't for no good reason. Her children were calling out.
You look at you. You seem like you high off that Percocet. You breaking in houses to feed your habit.
Her children were calling out for help.
What'd they
Over.
say?
Please don't beat me. Please help me. Please don't hurt me. Over and over and over.
What did the children's services say when they came over to visit and to look
It was
into
the
those
police,
complaints?
actually, in my
and
yard.
to look over and look into those complaints, because I'm sure you made one. If you heard children saying, help me, don't beat me, don't beat me, I'm sure you immediately called the police, and they called Child Protective Services at some point, and they came over there and looked into that situation, and they came up with an assessment. So when they came over and talked with you, if they did they have an assessment? Did they come and talk with you? Let's start there.
Yes, they did.
Well, they must have had some type of element of evidence then. They came over, and what they want to talk to you about?
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Why would I waste time calling you if one of your children were in trouble?
Did you call them right after?
I called the police.
And later,
So what did they say when you brought the card back and said it didn't go through?
So I swiped it, gave it back to them, gave them their food and drinks, and they had left.
So they walked out on the bill entirely?
Yes.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Eileen Wills, who is suing Dorothy Null for property damage.
Well, I ran out to the store just for like 15 minutes, and so I was gone just a little bit longer than that. And so when I came back, she was in my yard with the police standing there, and the front door was all busted down in the frame, actually. And so that's what I
Why
came
do you
home
think she
to.
would bust down the door then if it wasn't to what she believed an urgent circumstance of safety involving your children? Why would she do that?
Yeah, I'm kind of baffled that she wouldn't call me first instead of just breaking my door down, which doesn't make sense to me.
Good point, ma'am.
Why would I waste time calling you if one of your children were in trouble?
Did you call them right afterward?
I called the police.
Call the police, and then was the second call to her within a minute or so?
She was back by then.
No, she didn't call me at all.
And she wasn't back at the exact time you hung
Actually,
up
the
from the
police
police.
and-
No, ma'am, don't believe that. You had another 10 seconds to call their mother and say, I got the police here. There's a problem over here at the house your children are dealing with. Come, please, come. It's an emergency. Come home. Go ahead, ma'am. So she broke down the door, but she went in to try and see, was there a problem with your children?
No.
Yeah, she did. That's what she says. And you did leave them by themselves, a 7 and 8 year old.
At 9 o'clock at night.
Pardon? At 9 o'clock at night. She did right by you, ma'am.
If anything, my kids were scared because she was beating on the door so bad and breaking it down and the frame. So it's not just the door, it's the frame as well.
Then why
What did
wouldn't
your
they call
children
you?
tell you when you spoke
Did they
with
call
them?
you and tell
What
you
did
I
they
was
say?
banging on the door?
They were scared because they didn't know who was like
So they
attacking
called
the
you.
house, basically.
Did they call you then?
And also they know to call me if something was going on, which they did give me a phone call.
So why do you think she busted in the door then?
I just think that she has it out for my family.
And called the police?
I don't think she likes kids. I think that's part of it.
That couldn't be further from the truth.
Not good
Ryan.
answers, ma'am. Those aren't rational or reasonable answers. That a woman, because she doesn't like kids, time you go to the store, she busts down your door. And do what to your kids? What is she gonna
was
do?
gone
Just
for
to terrorize
well over
them?
an hour. Well over an hour at night.
I don't know. I don't think that breaking and entering into someone's home is like an excuse.
Under an emergency, it sure is. It sure is. If it's a fire in there, please break into her
Right.
house
They wouldn't
and go and
answer the
snatch
door.
them
Yarn.
7 and 8 year
They wouldn't
olds
even
out of
call
there.
back out. They just kept screaming.
She interpreted it as an emergency.
I can see how
And they
you-
were
and you
by
might think that.
themselves at 9 p.m. at night, ma'am. No,
Exactly.
ma'am.
I can see how you might think that, but it's not that way. Yeah, I'm a very busy mom. I work 2 jobs to hold up everything at the house, and I keep up with a lot in my kids, and the only moment she's seen them, whether they were dirty, is when they were playing outside
I
together.
know. I'm not even
know?
paying attention to that.
And then one other time she gave me a hard time as well and called the police because she said that someone outside was in and out of the house. There were shady characters, and that one of my friends was outside smoking on the porch, which,
Now
she,
you're on to something.
which she then complained about.
Yeah,
You know,
She
and then-
wanted to hear to that. She said, they're out there smoking and won't give me a rock.
my friend was smoking pot. but then when the police came,
What you do on your own time is fine. What you do in front of your children is a completely different matter.
the kids were not part of this.
No, ma'am. Did you call the police on a
I
different
did.
occasion because you don't like the characters that come in and out? Now you've gone too far. You don't like the way the people look. It's because they were skinny and unkept.
No, I don't.
That doesn't mean they were crackheads. They could have been on a diet. Why you call the police on her character friends? What did appear to them
They were smoking
that
weed.
you thought would put her or her family
They
in
were
fear?
consuming drugs on the porch that I could smell in my living room, strongly.
Okay.
And it was light outside. She has babies.
Why didn't you ask her? Did you go to her first and say something?
No.
Say, hey, you guys, the smoke, I can smell it over here. I'm getting a little contact high off that weed. And
No,
weed ain't
because
my
every time
thing.
I
If
ask
y'all
her-
gonna smoke some crack, then you can go ahead and do that. I'll take a crack contact, but I don't want no weed contact. Weed bring you down. I like to go up. And then you switched up on your thing.
No,
you don't
sir.
do crack no more. You went to Percocet, and now you coming here. Ma'am, you were wrong.
No, sir.
She was right. I'm sorry. She was right to go in there and do that.
You feel that? Well, I would disagree, and I see that you can think this or that about me running to the store, but I've never left them besides that time, and this was like an only once an instance type of an
But this is a tough call. The question is, was she negligence? Negligence goes to reasonableness. Do you have are your actions reasonable in response to what you are engaged in or what you're seeing? It's called duty of care. Do you have a duty? And did you breach that duty? I would sue her more so if she didn't go in there and your kids were yelling.
Exactly.
And she has a duty. She has a
Exactly.
duty of care to go over there. 7 to 8 year olds are yelling and they know the mother's not
Exactly.
there. She has that duty. And so she wasn't negligent, ma'am. You were negligent in leaving them there. So I'm going to dismiss your claim.
Thank you,
Have a
sir.
good day.
Thank
All
you.
rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
I just wish we could get along better and maybe, take my help in a helpful way.
Well, friends call each other and know how to text each other, so you don't really need to call the police and waste their time anymore, please.
Okay.
Coming up,
But you don't require them to put cards down?
I got a sign right here. I put it up above our credit card machine. All credit cards are on file for all parties over 5.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Allison Meyer is suing Ross Lucas in the amount of $622. Ms. Meyer claims her restaurant manager accused her of letting friends run out on their bill and says he took the money out of her paycheck to cover the stranger's tab.
State your name,
Allison Meyer.
sir.
Ross Lucas.
All right, you're suing him for $622, your former boss, for unfairly withholding money from your paycheck?
Yes.
Start with you. Tell me how long you were working there, the nature of the business. Tell me some background.
Sure. So I'd been working for Mr. Lucas for a few weeks. He had approached me after I held my sister's birthday party over there. I am a bottle service girl, and I have been for about the past 3 years. I have a huge following on Instagram, so when we had our party over there was a ton of people, and we just brought the party. We had shots, we had bottles, we definitely racked up a big bill for Mr. Lucas.
How much?
It was about $3,000.
Section or table or for what?
It was for our whole party, for the 50 people.
50? Okay, that's a good price for.
Yeah.
That's moderate for
Yes.
50 people.
And-
$3,000 at a club
Correct. And
for
that's
50 people.
that's
Where's that club, Amir? You and your siblings like clubbing?
Sounds
Or
like
at least
somebody's.
your brother.
Sounds like somebody's basement.
No, sounds like somebody's basement. And sir, you part of the establishment?
Yes, I am. I'm the
You give me
owner
some
slash
background.
manager there. I've owned the restaurant for about 11 years in Illinois. Just knew that there's something special about her. So I decided to take a chance and hire her.
Coming up,
that wasn't my table. It was another person's table. That specific
Sir,
incident.
how are you going to hold her responsible for something that she wasn't involved in?
Well, this was actually an incident that happened before the incident that we're talking about here. The incident we're talking about here now was her table.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Allison Meyer, who is suing Ross Lucas for unpaid wages.
How was she as an employee?
Great at first, you know, she would talk to customers, have great interactions with them, get them upsells on the beers and the hookahs and everything like that. A couple times we did have an incident where we had a Ford top come in. And I know it was her friends. She says it wasn't her friends, but the way she was going over there, carrying on for about 20 minutes at a time at any restaurant, if you know the people, you're going to carry on for about 20 minutes. In my opinion, they knew each other. Turned out, the server comes to me later on, they can't afford their bill. Their card is declined.
The folks that she was talking to.
So,
Your Honor, can I just say that those were not my friends. I had met them
We'll get to
before.
that. Let him finish.
So I was concerned. You know, customers can't afford the bill. I'm concerned, especially when they seem to be having.
But you don't require them to put cards down?
Well, we did have a policy change at the start of this year. I got a sign right here. I put it up above our credit card machine. I brought it in as evidence to show that we have a strict training policy here. All credit cards are on file for all parties over 5.
So what did they say when you brought the card back and said it didn't go through?
So that wasn't my table. It was another person's table. That specific incident.
Sir, how are you going to hold her responsible for something that she wasn't involved in?
Well, this was actually an incident that happened before the incident that we're talking about here. The incident we're talking about here now was her table, and it was a 10 top.
Go ahead.
And she took the table. She was running she did the card. I saw her do a card authorization for it. She gave the card back to the table and went about carrying her business. Now, granted, it was a busy night.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. Let's talk about that night.
Yes. So that's the incident where he took it out of my check. There was a table of 10 that came in. I did take the card and authorized it. We only swipe the card for an authorization to approve that they have at least $100 on the card. So I swiped it, gave it back to them, gave them their food and drinks, and they had left. And so
So they walked out on the bill entirely?
Yes, yes. And so when I realized that, in the midst of all the craziness, I went back, swiped their card. That's when I realized that it was a gift card. It was a gift card for $100.
Well, first of all, whether it's a gift card, credit card, whatever kind of card, they walked out on it. Sir, I'm sure this happens regularly. So what is your policy when the customers run out on their bill?
Well, my policy is I am not going to be taken advantage of, so I hold my employees, the server, responsible.
All right, you're not going to be taken advantage of.
No.
That's your policy?
That was not something
Okay, I don't believe she's taking advantage of you. Grant her the judgment. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $622.
Well, I'm sure you're happy with the outcome.
Yeah, I am. I definitely need that money, and next time you hire someone, you should tell them your policies.
I'll make sure of that.
Yeah.
Follow me this way.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.